Hello nerdy birdies. This is Kaylee from Just Nerdy Birdie Things, and today I am going to be sharing my favourites from the month of June. Which, June wasn't a very exciting month, I guess, so there isn't a lot for me to share in this video, but I will jump right into it. Let's start with, well, I'll start with bags, I guess, because I always have a favourite bag, and my favourite bag for the month of June is this one. This is a Vera Bradley bag that I found at my local Goodwill for $6. And I think this is going to be perfect for kind of some upcoming trips I have, like going to the beach and things like that, because it fits everything I need into it, but it's still fairly compact. And I really like the pattern. It's got some nice long straps on it, and I think whoever gave it to the Goodwill had a keychain on it that just now has the ring on it, so I have a handy dandy ring to put all of my keychains on. So yeah, this is my first favorite cute little Vera Bradley bag. Okay, I suppose next I will move on to plushes. I guess I have a few favorite plushes from the month of June. The first one is this cutie here. This is a Winter Raven from Squishable, from the Squishable store. So my partner actually got this for me because some of the Squishable plushes that are kind of past, like I think this one's Winter 2024. Yeah, this one's Winter 2024. So some of their past like seasons, like Autumn 2024, are on sale or were on sale. They were buy one get one free of, I think it was something of equal value. So my partner, there was one my partner wanted to get, so my partner let me get this one as well. And a cute little Winter Raven and a little hat, little scarf, and little booties. I think the booties are my favorite part, but yeah. Super soft. I love Squishable. I love Squishable plushes because they are just so soft. But yeah. So my next favorite plush is this adorable little fellow here. This is a Noopy 2 from Kitycrylics. I've mentioned Noopy before in my favorites video, or in my favorites videos a long time ago. I have one of the original Noopies. This is my second Noopy, and this is a little bat Noopy. You can see his little fangs there, and then he has little stars on his belly and a little red bell. My friend Ari picked this up for me from a convention that she was at, that Kitycrylics was also attending, and she picked this up for me, which I really appreciate because I've been wanting one of these little fellows for a super long while. They're super fluffy, super floppy, and super soft. They've got little beans in them too, which I just find super soothing. So yeah, I have decided to name this little fellow Pennyworth. So yeah, little Pennyworth the Noopy. Not the clown. That's Pennywise, never mind. Pennyworth, like Alfred Pennyworth, just to clear up my own confusion there. But yeah, so that's my second plush of the month. The last plush I have in my June favorites is this guy here. So this is a Squishmallow. This is a Squishmallow Hug Me plush of Batman. They make Batman and Superman. I don't know if they make any other DC characters in like this style of plush, but I had to get Batman because he's adorable, and he sits on my lap pretty perfectly when I'm watching TV and stuff. So he's cute little Batman plush from Squishmallow. Okay, so I suppose I'll move into some plush kind of adjacent things with a couple of crochet items. Both of these were made by my partner. I will link their shop in the description so you can check out other stuff that they've made. But the first one is this cute fellow here. There we go. So this is a Wyrm, but spelt like W-Y-R-M, and it's a little dragon. So it's a little like curly Q dragon, and he's just kind of nice for anxiety, I guess, because you can just kind of roll him around in your hands, and yeah. So this was testing out a pattern that my partner had found, so I think I have the only one, but he's super cute. He's quite soft, and I just, as I say, I like to roll him around in my hands. So the other crochet item I have, also made by my partner, is this cutie here. And this is a fidget dragon, but this is a fidget dragon made out of like lace yarn, so he's very small, and he's like kind of psychedelic rainbow color, I guess, like neon rainbow colors, I guess. And he's got little pony beads all in his body and on his head, and he's just adorable. So again, this is a fidget toy, so you can run your hands over the beads and stuff, and it's good for anxiety. Again, this isn't the first pattern test, but I think this was a test with this yarn weight, if that makes sense. But I absolutely adore him. He's so cute, and he fits in my pocket really nicely, so I can carry him around. Alright, so next in, I suppose, plush adjacent things is I have a couple of favorites that I got from blind boxes this month, and they're from the same set of blind boxes. I got 2, so yeah, and that is these fellows here. These are 2 Mickey blind box plushes. So I have Steamboat Willie, and this one is called Wealth Mickey, I think, because he's like gold. But yeah, and they're really cute. They're very soft. They have beans in them, so you can kind of, they're almost like squishies, but they're soft. I got both of these from Miniso. I don't think I have any openings of these up on Instagram or TikTok yet, but eventually I will. I'll have the unboxing videos up. But yeah, so these are super cute. I really like these. I like having like some more Mickey Mouse keychains, I guess, so yeah. But yeah, got these from Miniso. They're really adorable, and yeah. Alright, next, I guess. Okay, so next up in my favorites are some minifigures that I got from Mercari, because there's a whole kind of set of these figures, but this Mercari listing had literally all the ones I wanted, so I picked it up. So, and they are there we go, they are these little DC minifigures. They're about a little bit bigger than a quarter in height. They're not very tall, like an inch and a half maybe. They're not very big, but I have Nightwing, and I'll admit I've seen these all over kind of like the nerdy corners of like Instagram and TikTok, I guess, and I wanted to find them, so I did find them on Mercari. So I have Nightwing, I have Little Red Hood, who's so cute, oh my goodness. I have Little Red Robin, and Little Damian Wayne. So yeah, so I have the four like Bat Boys, I guess, like the 4 main Bat Boys. I also did get the Penguin, but I'm not including him in the video because these guys are my favorites. But I'm glad I have like the full set of these guys, because these are the only ones I really wanted from the set, so I was really happy to find them on Mercari. Alright, next I suppose I'll go into some miscellaneous items. The first is this. So this is a lip balm that I got from TJ Maxx, and it's so sparkly and pretty, and I love it. I also love that it kind of, you hit the bottom and it clicks out, and then there's the lip balm. So this is I think it's You Need Me. I think that's the brand name. Yeah, You Need Me. And then it doesn't have a shade name, but this is one of those pH lip balms that turns pink when you apply it, and it's not super sticky, doesn't dry, like doesn't make my lips feel dry later on, and the pink color is pretty nice. So yeah. And then I have a piece of jewelry as well in my favorites, and it is this Devil May Cry Rebellion ring from the Netflix series. Now, I haven't watched the Netflix series because I don't have Netflix. I've heard mixed things about it, but I'm a huge fan of Devil May Cry, so when I saw that Netflix was coming out with some Devil May Cry like merchandise, I jumped on it. So yeah, so I had to get the Ring of Rebellion. I might at some point go back and get the necklace, but I pre-ordered the ring and it arrived in June. So yeah, I'm really happy with that, and I like to wear it on and off. Okay, so the last thing in my favorites for the month of June is some art from my dear friends Aaron and Ari at Manifest a Dream and Mastery Comic. So I got some commissions from them a while ago, and I got them, like I was able to. They've been finished for a while, but I wanted to get them in person, so I got them, and I'm super happy with them. So the first one is an art card commission, and it's this one here. So this is my OC with Jason Todd, and he is shielding her from the rain. Well, it's really cute. And the next one is this one here, which is, there's quite a height difference between them, so she's sitting on his shoulder, leaning over onto his head, and he's just holding her up and showing how strong he is. And then his shirt says, Wonder Woman is my dad now, which there's a whole story behind that I won't go into, but I really like, it's a detail that I really like. So yeah, so I got those. And then they also gave me, see if I can hold these up. Sorry if you can hear the rain, by the way. Let's do this one at a time then. So they also gave me pins of the same art pieces as well, so I can put them in my ether bag and carry them around with me. So these are the pins, and I really love them. So yeah. That is everything for my favorites from the month of July. It's actually my from the month of June, sorry. It's actually my birthday tomorrow, the 2nd of July, so July should have some fun favorite stuff in it. I've got a lot of adventures planned this month, so yeah, so my next favorites video should be really exciting. But with all that being said, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. If you enjoy my content, subscribe to the channel. I'd love for you to be a nerdy birdie. And until next, stay safe, stay hydrated. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.